state of Florida about how many SDB members are there?
Out of state, there's about 40, 45. In the state of Florida, I would say there's about 20, 25 members.
Oh, so some of the SDB members come out of state, they're from a different state, but they're deaf, so they wanted to join the deaf group that's here for Bike Week. Oh, that's so interesting. Well, let me ask you another question. So the SDB members that are here in Florida, do you guys just sometimes get together and, take road trips? Isn't that what it's called? Like, you're going on a road trip with your motorcycles. Do you do that as a group sometimes?
Yeah. I think it's about twice. 2 months ago we went. We actually go on trails a lot of the time. It's different than highways. You see different places, different towns. We travel around back on the trails. So, in the East Coast. Last month we went to the West Coast, Tampa. 2 months ago we went down south. Traveled many different places, all together as a group. It's different than the small highways, You see many different things on back trails, so it's really interesting. You don't see small towns on the highway.
That is so cool. You're almost tempting me to buy a motorcycle. I always tell people that Florida is such a beautiful state and that people don't take advantage of all the wonderful natural things that make up this state. All the different places people go, the beach, Miami, the beach. But there are some beautiful sanctuaries and parks and places that, if you don't go on the, that less traveled trail, as you were talking about the little highways, you miss so much.
Yeah, that's why I encourage many people to, follow us on those back trails, because you see so many different things, and if you wouldn't take those back trails, you'd miss so much. I've seen before, we went to down south, what is it called that I'm trying to think of? It's a lake. What's the name of that lake? Oh, I think I know. The one... Yes, Lake Okeechobee. I'd never seen it before, and just, wow, it was unbelievable. It was so beautiful. You see things far away, but up close, it blows your mind. It's so beautiful. I'm so glad I didn't miss that experience.
Yeah, but just one more question, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Women. When you think about bikers, you always think, well, it's a man's thing. And I know there are women bikers. What about your group? Are there women bikers? Are partners involved? Do they have motorcycles? How, because I think as a woman myself, that this is an experience I would like to share with my husband.
Most of them are married couples. They ride together on the motorcycle. So, the wife usually rides on the back and looks around at everything. But yeah, it's kind of half and half.
Did your wife ride on the back of you, or do you have the little sidecar for her?
Yeah, she rides on the back of my motorcycle.
And she
it's a thrill for her.
Being a rider? Okay,
she really enjoys it.
One more question, is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
How often, excuse me, that's not what I want to ask. How long or how many miles or how many minutes do you travel before you say, we got to stop? Because that's got to be hard, holding that bike up for hours on the end. I just feel like physically, even though it's balanced and it's moving, physically it's got to be tiring riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, it gets tiring. On the average, we ride maybe like 50 miles and then take a break. So, around 50 miles, an hour, of riding. We'll take a break. If we're on the highway, yeah, definitely 50 miles because we need a break. But sometimes we'll continue on the highway, but we definitely need a break because we get tired.